see it.
Hello and welcome to GojiraTech. I'm Brad Ballou.
And I'm Jake Behrens. We got a great show for you today covering Windows XP Service Pack 3, Blu-ray, and a bunch of other topics.
Speaking of XP, Jake, the update formerly known as Windows XP Service Pack 3, now known again as Windows XP Service Pack 3, is available through Windows Update, along with the Vista Service Pack 1 update. I guess Microsoft fixed the problems they had with the business software and we're good to go. It's available for download, Jake.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, did anybody really notice that it came and went?
It's been over a period of like, have we been talking about this for 3 weeks and it's just an update?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I forget.
Done. I'm done with this.
Whatever. I'll install it. Okay.
Next.
Yep. In Blu-ray news, there have been different test market analysis done, and they found that between January and February, there was a 40% drop in Blu-ray sales, and that's sales of players. And then between February and March, there was only a 2% increase. Now this shows that Blu-ray isn't doing quite as well due to HD going out of style, if you will. So, Brad, what do you think? Is Blu-ray here to stay, or is it just another passing fad?
Everything passes with time. That'll be the next greatest thing for me. It's all streaming video, IPTV. Who cares?
Now, an interesting thing that they said about this is that a lot of people just can't tell the significant difference between the Blu-ray quality and an up-converted DVD. And so the up-converted, DVD players are going for about $70, $100, and then Blu-ray players are going for like $300, $400.
It's a big price.
And a lot of them don't even have the features of the PS3. So I guess we'll have yet to see.
Yet to see who wins that one. Next bit of news, Yottabyte. This is the key word to know for the future. HP's general manager of their storage division, David Robertson, is saying that by 2013, we're going to have yottabytes. Now, to know exactly what a yottabyte is, it's 10 to the 24th power in the metric prefixes. So that's like 1 billion gigabyte is a yottabyte. And it's actually the last and largest confirmed of the SI prefixes. So Jake, Yottabyte, where do we go from here?
I think you go directly to YouTube and you type in Yotta, spelled Y-A-T-T-A, and watch the Japanese boy band perform their best song, which is Yotta, Yotta.
Yes, but actually it's really spelled Y-O-T-T-A, just not to confuse anybody.
So is that like yogurt and cottage cheese mixed? I guess that would be pretty delicious, and that's why they would use it.
Yotta. It's all about the Yotta.
Great. Well, in other news, Sun has released an open source program called VirtualBox. It's actually XVM VirtualBox, and it's at version 1.6. Now, it's been released for Mac and PC and Linux operating systems, as well as Solaris. And what this does is it basically works like VMware and Parallels, but this is completely free. The supported host operating systems include Linux, Mac OS X, OS 2 Warp, Windows, and Solaris. And then the supported guest operating systems are basically all of those except for Mac. So
this really supports OS 2 Warp? Does anybody still use OS 2 Warp?
Apparently it's experimental, so...
If you use OS 2, we want to hear from you. I severely want to get an email from you. Interesting. Well, I wonder if this is going to be like on the same level as Parallels. I wonder if it's going to be as good.
In all honesty, I have installed it, and I loaded Ubuntu, the latest version, 8.04, and it actually works pretty well. They already have an additional package so that you can get your proper screen resolutions. You can put it into full screen mode, but it doesn't have the enhancements that Parallels and VMware have with interacting with, like on the Mac OS X interface, interacting with like a boot camp install. They also don't support for dragging and dropping files and that kind of thing yet. But yet,
it's open source.
It's open source, completely free.
Add those features.
And for completely free, it works pretty darn well so far.
We love free.
Indeed.
Next bit of news. OpenOffice.org's released their 3.0 beta software. Some of the new features include Microsoft Office 2007 import filters, an improved notes feature, built-in solver component, and a new Aqua interface for Mac users. Jake?
They're still using the Aqua interface for Mac?
Yeah, but it's a new. Well, yeah, they're still using it. Well, but OpenOffice is really neat. It has its niche. People that don't want to go out and pay out the wazoo for Microsoft Office can get OpenOffice and still work with other people that have Word documents and Excel documents to send them.
Now, the interesting thing here is what real advantage do they have using OpenOffice over using like Google Docs for word processing and for spreadsheets?
It's a desktop application.
Great.
So if you don't necessarily, I don't know, because Google Docs, as we discussed, can go offline as well. So I guess maybe just personal preference.
I rate that article at about a 2 out of 10. In other news, T-Mobile has started rolling out 3G across its network for voice and data, while almost all the other main carriers are drawing up plans to start rolling out their 4G interface, or whatever they're going to call it next. So T-Mobile, what the heck? Seriously.
T-Mobile.
Just now starting to roll out their 3G. That's kind of upsetting. It also upsets me because I have T-Mobile, but once I'm out of my 2-year agreement with them, I'm gone, T-Mobile. You've lost my business.
What kind of network do they have now that they're rolling up to a 3G?
A really slow one.
It's not, they're not EVDO, are they?
No, they've got an Edge network.
Edge, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but they're already working on 4G? Some people are?
Some people are, yeah.
Cool.
Yep, Verizon,
4G.
Sprint, AT&T, they're already starting, 3G has been out for quite a while for most providers, so
It's very cool.
we'll have to see where that goes.
I rate that one a 1 out of 10 because this sucker's still stuck on T-Mobile.
There you go.
You got a tip for us.
I do. The quick tip of the week is that Google has updated their interface for Mac searching. You can go to google.com/Mac, and they've had this up for a while, Brad, but this kind of helps you search for your Mac software and Mac topics. I think essentially all it does is add a space and the word Mac to your search.
I think it adds a Mac keyword, yeah.
But maybe they're doing something extra special, and you can get all the download links to their actual Mac software that they're providing on the main page there. So
maybe they're just trying to track where Mac users are going.
they are maybe trying to do that.
Eh.
I would read that Brad's response to that article was probably a 10 out of 10 because he doesn't get very excited. But that is all the time we have for this week. Tune in next time, and you can reach us by email at gojiratech@gmail.com.
That's it.
That's it. Thanks.